the Queen of Love, and her one and only gentleman. I present to you tonight the Seymours. Good evening.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening. Good evening. Well, you know what it's time for? Real talk for real people with real situations. And we are just so comfortable, we're relaxed. We're ready to talk or speak with you this evening for about 15, 20 minutes maybe. And then call it an early evening. This evening, I am so grateful that you all decided to share with us this evening. Come on, we want you to hit like and share because you don't know where we're going. It always start one way and go another way. That it wouldn't be Dr. Seymour and Elvis if we didn't do it that way. But good evening, Mother Burks. Good evening. How are you, lady? I can't wait to see you. I believe it'll be in June that we're coming that way doing a Sons and Daughters Fellowship. So I'm looking forward to seeing you this evening. Condra, Mac, good evening, good evening. I'm telling y'all, this is an evening of excitement. Oh my God, my friend, Dr. Robert. Good evening to you and that beautiful wife of yours. Listen, this evening is going to be a day of excitement, a day that God is going to say things that needs to be said in your relationship, in your marriage, whatever it is that you're asking for. So listen, we want to take time for you to stop, hit like and share. Subscribe.
Yes.
We need you. We need you. We need you to know that it's worth what we're doing. So hit like and share this evening while we're getting ready for the next part of what we're doing. And tonight, what we want to do, Elvis, is there are some of you that follows us continuously on Monday nights, Monday evenings. What we want to do, we want you to submit a showing and a testimony of something 30 to 60 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes, 30 to 60 seconds.
Yes.
30 to 60 seconds. We want to show you on our segment. So if you want to, you just write in, inbox us, or just Facebook us and let us know. But we want your support. We want to put you out there.
Put your testimony.
Put your testimony out there. What the relationship clinic has done with you. The Seymours, 30 seconds, maybe to 60 seconds. But we need you. We want your testimony of what this show has done for you. And if it haven't done anything for you, then we're good. But if it has done something for you, then share it and comment. Send us your. There you go.
Dr. Seymour, before you go any further, I want to tell you how amazing you are looking. You're just looking so fabulous. I'm talking about you are looking, oh my God. You sure you want to do the show tonight? That we get to skip tonight? The audience, what you think? She is looking like, it was wonderful to see you, and I'll see y'all next week. What you think? Let me know if you want us to stay on tonight, because I feel like I earned it. Now, you are looking so beautiful. You are looking gorgeous.
That's Elvis.
But I think we're going to have a good time. With our audience. We thank you guys for following us. We come to be a blessing to the body of Christ, to different people that are watching. So we want your feedback. God, send us a testimony so we can share with the audience and let people know that, okay, we are being effective. And hit share, let someone know, let everyone know that the Seymours are on, and we are here for you for a few minutes. We thank you all for giving us the opportunity to come in your home, to come in your car.
On your job. You know that man don't know you sneaking in watching us this evening. They don't even know it.
So if you have some questions, some relationship questions, some questions that's been in the back of your mind, and sometimes everybody don't have an open conversation or relationship, because I've been in a relationship where you just didn't talk about anything. But if some people are like that, so if you want to ask a question, especially if your spouse is watching with you, sneak a question in so the question can get answered, and they can say, "Oh, I never thought about that because I'm that way." So some sneak a question in, and sometimes you just have a concern, ask us so we can conversate, we can relate, and we can share, we can grow together. That's what we're about. Dr.
And Elvis, that's so interesting, because what I really, really want to share this evening, I was on earlier at 4:00 talking about the cross experience.
Oh my God.
And the cross experience is going to glide in with the wounds and the scars. And someone asked me said that last week, you was asking the question. No, the question was presented: can a man be scarred?
Yes.
And they was asking me to have you to elaborate on a man being scarred. We want to just talk open tonight because when we're scarred and we're going with these scars, that I was telling the story about an open wound. When a wound is left open and it never heals, then anything that touches it become contaminated, and it causes that wound to get even worse. So what we want to talk about tonight is being healed of scarred tissues.
My God.
Being healed of scarred tissues. The man finding his foreskin that's been circumcised away from him. He never knows that everything that was taken from him, y'all got to hear me, was placed in the woman's care.
My God.
Everything that was taken away from the man was placed in the care of the woman. But you got to know that's your soulmate in order to connect back to that which was taken from you. In other words, every man that's been circumcised and he's looking for his soulmate, the soulmate is carrying the covering that's going to cover him and keep him protected. But if he's not with his life mate and his soulmate, he's still walking around just a circumcised man without a complete healing. Well, now it's the same case when a woman has wounds and has open wounds, and we don't allow the wounds to get healed, then we're walking around with contaminated wounds. And every time the male goes into that wound, it causes us to hurt even more. And we have to understand now it's time to get healed and delivered, and it's time to be restored. Come out of the past pain. Come out of that past hurt. Let's get with the right soulmate. Let's get with the right life mate. Let's get with your twin flame, something that can cause you to feel like a natural woman.
My God. My God.
I was listening. I was thinking about Al Green, and I'm going to do this. Al Green sings the song, "When a Man Loves His Woman, She Can't Do No Wrong." But Lynn White picks it up and says, "But when a woman loves her man."
My God.
So we got to get healed, that we can go into these relationships. If you've already been in one, or if you've been married 10 or 15 years, we can still be healed inside. And so when we take the open scars and the open wounds into our fresh new relationships, we don't understand why they don't work. We don't understand. Let me tell you something I told my husband about women. Sometimes a man would have been with a woman that has been using witchcraft and obia and voodoo, and she has dressed herself. Is my audience listening?
My God.
That woman dresses herself to win this man that she can't get naturally as a female or a woman. Woo. So I got to tell you this though. So when that man goes into that female that's bewitching him, and they break up or the relationship does not work, he's scarred.
Yes.
So when he's scarred, he goes over into an open wound. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. So when he goes over into a fresh open wound, he's bringing the scars that he has into an open wound, and now it becomes a flop. And you're saying, I don't know why. We just argue. We argue about stuff that ain't even cause for. We don't even know what we be mad with each other about. It's the scarred tissues. It's the skin that came off of him. And he can't be healed until he find his skin.
Yes.
And if he don't find his skin that was taken from him, then he's walking without his soul life mate. So now the healing can't take place. And when there's no healing, that's a traumatic. It's traumatic to the marriage.
Yes,
it's traumatic to the relationship. It's traumatic to the children. It's traumatic in ministry. And what are you saying, Dr. Seymour? You're never happy. You're never at peace. The finances never get right. She tends to want to be with another lover. He tends to want to find another lover. Yes. Talk to me.
Yes.
Because we're talking about relationships. That's why I told you to hit like and share if we're saying anything, and you know that it's the truth. But I want to tell you how to get healed. After we keep talking about the trauma side of it, There has to be a healing experience.
Yes.
And until you receive the healing experience, you're doing more and more damage to the lady, and she's doing more and more damage to you.
Yes.
So you said, well, we've been getting counsel. But the thing about the counsel is the leader didn't know about the womb healing, WOMB. He or she didn't know that your womb been scarred and you need healing. And he didn't know that that man needs to find his skin, his foreskin that was taken off of him, that he can get with his life mate and soul mate and causes him to heal. You can't heal what you can't feel.
My God.
Oh.
That's
You
powerful.
can't. You can't heal what you can't feel. If you're feeling it, baby, you can cause a healing. Somebody sang the song, I like the way you love, baby. Ah, ah, la, 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 la. But you know, you got to be able to feel it. So when I'm feeling it, I can cause healing to my husband. When he's feeling it, he can cause healing to me mentally.
Yes.
When you can heal the psychic part of any relationship, you can save that relationship. But if you can't heal it, it can't be saved. The lies, the trickery. Listen, most women take trips by themselves because they need what he can't give her. In other words, she have not found the healer of her womb.
My God.
WOMB. Ladies, I want y'all to hear me. When you find the healer, HEALER, of your womb, WOMB, and your womb has WOUNDS, are you all hearing me? And when your womb is carrying wounds, then you're carrying a wounded womb.
My God.
The only thing can heal your wounded womb is the right penis, the skin, because you're his skin. When he goes into you, he causes you to get a mental healing. Oh, Jesus, y'all ain't gonna hear me. Elvis, I better let you talk because I want to get to the bottom of this because this is because it's needed in the ministries.
Yes.
It's needed in the kingdom. This is kingdom language.
Yes.
We've spoken church language long enough. We've done the religious era long enough. We've done the traditional era long enough. We've kept certain things out of the church. What? Long enough. Now it's time to heal.
My God.
I want to be healed. There are ladies out there that need to be healed. There are men that's hurting.
Yes.
We always look at hurting women, but what about hurting and scarred men?
My God.
There are men that's been raped, molested,
yes,
raped by women, young men raped by older women. There are young men that's been raped by men that's talking about them, scandalizing them. We need to be healed. There are young men out there in their 30s and 40s, been molested since they were 6 and 7 years of age. Take away their identity. So that's a scar. That's a scar that needs healing. What we'll do in the church is talk about them and never look at their bleeding heart. They have bleeding hearts. What are you saying, Dr. Seymour? They have a silent bleeding heart. So you don't know that these people are hurting. You got women, Elvis, that's been sexually molested.
yes,
Even in the church.
yes.
You know, and so now they don't know if they want to be with a man or a woman. And what we do in the church is talk against them. And we never ask why. What happened? Who intimidated you?
My God.
Who scarred you? What took you to this level? You got women that never just want to be with a man, period. They're not gay, they're not even lesbian, but they've been wounded. I had a girlfriend many, many years ago, we was about 12 or 13, coming from school in Mississippi, and she was molested by 8 or 10 young men. And her first name started with L, so I better not call it because I know I have a lot of my family and people that's from Mississippi. But she got raped there by those guys. And until, I don't know if she's still alive now, but do you know what scarred it? She never ever wanted to be, and she got pregnant. She was left pregnant with a son. After she was left pregnant, she didn't want to have nothing to do with her child, and she never ever slept with a man again.
My God.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. Beautiful young lady. But now if she go to the church, we want to convict her, condemn her, and then put her in hell. But we don't know her circumstances and what caused it. Yes. So this thing get deep with them scars. The scarred wounds, molestation, abuse, physical and mental, and the worst abuse you could ever get is mental.
My God.
Verbal abuse, or you just might as well go and take a stick and go ahead and beat us. You know, an animal don't like verbal abuse. Even an animal, your dog don't like verbal abuse. They'd rather for you to leave them on the back porch and let them do what they got to do rather than you talk to them and beat them and treat them any kind of way. We need to be healed. So I was talking earlier, and I'm not going to talk all night. Evans, what you want to say?
That you, for the last 2 weeks, Dr. Seymour, I'm telling you, this teaching that you have been bringing to the audience, to the relationship clinic, it's just been awesome. The response, the impacts that we've been getting, I mean, so much people are being blessed. That's why we're asking for the testimony. We want people to share their story because people are being blessed. So I mean, it's just, and even when we are kind of sure, you have to come to us first before we teach it. You know, so I'm being blessed while the teaching is going on. So it's awesome.
Well, see, I was scarred. Yeah, I was scarred as a little bitty girl. Never told nobody. Didn't tell my grandmama. Didn't tell my mama. I could have turned lesbian. I could have been a woman that didn't like men, or I could have been a woman that just kept going. I think they call it a permissive woman that wants to continue to sleep around. But I made up my mind. I'm that lady. So I'm not going to allow my past to determine my destiny. And that's what we're trying to do. So if we get healed, then we can go into our purpose, into our assignment, and into our destiny. But we haven't been healed. Yes, you're praying. Yes, you're talking to God, but you need the healing process. You need to be healed from past pains, past hurts. Even in the marriage that some of y'all are in, you still been scarred and you need to be healed. You're in the marriage and not happy. You're faking it. They call it faking the funk. And you know it's not good, but that's where the conversation comes in.
Yes.
Conversation is a process of healing. And then what happens is, I was telling a story about this young lady that I know. She go out of town often, leave her husband with the children. Where they do that at? He there babysitting.
My God.
She's there, gone. You better hear me. Things happen. Men, that ain't supposed to be, especially if she's your friend. Yes. We got to check things out now. And a hurting woman hurts others. We can't be a mother if we're still scarred. We can't be a complete wife if we're not full and completed ourselves. There has to be a development of healing. The healing process needs to take place. The tissues inside of us need to be healed. You need to be healed from Billy. You need to be healed from Tim. You need to be healed from Sue. Come on, talk to me. You need to be healed from your granddaddy, what he did to you, and what your stepdaddy did to you. And he needs to be healed. Some of the men need to be healed from the molesters that took them in the restroom and molested them at the churches, molested them at the movies. Talk to me, audience.
My God.
We've got to be healed. So I taught a session at 4:00 today with Bishop Bloomer. Healing starts at the cross.
Yes.
At the foot of the cross. When you recognize I am hurting and I need to be healed. Esha, when you realize that you need to be healed, and can't nobody do this now but you. You got to admit to yourself, and you got to confess to yourself. Take yourself in that restroom, in your bathroom, in your closet, in your bedroom, and start screaming. It's me. I need to have a cross experience. I'm sick and tired of the meanness, the hatefulness, the depression, the oppression, the denial of past hurts. And watch what God does. Watch what God does. You've got to understand, you've had so many experiences, and the cross experience is what brings your deliverance, because now you recognize what you've gone through. You've been bitter. I was sharing this about my ex-prostitution, and I know all these are old testimonies, but it's that got me to where I'm at now. It's the experience of what I went through that I can come to you now and say, it's time to be healed. And then once you get healed, you can be restored. Now that financial breakthrough that you've been waiting on, it's ready to come. It's waiting on you. You're not waiting on it. Your Solomon is waiting on you, but he can't marry you like you are. Have you detoxed all of the last 3 or 4 out of you? Have you gone back and spewed it back into the pits of hell and said, I don't want to have this part of me anymore? Start calling those exes out and don't want them in your life anymore. Now you're not carrying the pain and the hurt. And that's what a cross experience is. Jesus began to cry and say, it's a bitter cup. It's a bitter cup to try to go back and remember everything that has hurt you and scarred you. It's a bitter cup. But your love making will change when you acknowledge you was hurt by your last wife. You was hurt by your last husband. You were hurt in that last relationship. And you carry scarred tissues. And what else helps with the brings on scarred tissues is when the man doesn't realize what he's doing when he goes into you. Scarred tissues is something else. Scarred tissues, and then do you know when they heal, they leave lumps. Oh, Shandada, you don't even know you're healed because it leaves a sign that you've been scarred. If you've ever had a cut or a sore, there's a scar that's telling you that you've been cut or you've been. Are you all listening? Are you listening? I'm just doing this before Easter. Boo. I want you healed. I want you delivered. Your relationship needs to go to another level. You got friends, you got men that love you, and you don't know how to fix yourself and be prepared for the next level because you're scarred. You're feeling sorry for yourself. Girl, come out of that house. Come out of that house. Do something with yourself. Speak over your life. Speak into your own life. I'm that lady. I am a business lady. I am a very successful lady. That's what you got to say. I am a successful lady. I am a beautiful lady. I'm an intelligent lady. I am a lady of wisdom. I am a lady of understanding. I'm a woman of structure. I am a woman of order. Come on, man, you've got to speak this thing. I am over my past hurts. I'm over my past pains. He did it, but I got away. She did it, but I got away. Yeah, I was raped, but they didn't kill me. Woo.
I'm still here to tell it.
I'm still here to tell the story. My babysitter raped me, but I got away. My pastor raped me, but I got away. My stepdaddy molested me, but I got away. My uncle, y'all better talk to me. I'm getting rid of those scar tissue, ladies. Men, get rid of it. Don't walk around hurting. You have given other people your destiny.
Yes.
Take your destiny back. Send it to the cross. Have a cross experience. Ain't that person anymore. When Dr. Seymour come off this show tonight, you got to confess to yourself, I am being made whole. My flesh has been crucified. I have crushed that. And you know what? I forgive them. That's the beginning of taking it to the cross. Forgive every molester, every rapist, everyone that made you become something. Now you lost your identity because of what they did to you. You don't know where you're going, what you want to do with your life because they took your privy and your private parts away from you. Am I talking to anybody? When your private parts been violated, they violated you. And they tried to deny you of who you was. But they didn't kill you. They didn't gag you up. And they didn't put whatever the cyanide to you. You can get over it. Get yourself a cross experience. Talk to God and go on with your life. Get your life together. Go ahead and make love now with your real husband. Go ahead and make love now with your real wife. Negro, what you meant for evil, God, oh, y'all don't hear me. What was meant for evil to stop me in my tracks from being the woman of God, from being that man of God, I'm declaring, come on, people, you got to declare this evening, I am greater than every test I went through. I can go, you got to tell yourself, say, vagina, yeah, I was raped. But I can go to the doctor and get myself healed of that in the natural. But I can go to God and get healed in the spirit. Don't give up your intimacy and your sexuality and good things about yourself because of what has happened to you. You're a great man. You're a great woman. Don't let nobody else take your purpose from you. They've made you decide you want to be something else. No, I'm going to be what God created me to be. I'm that lady. I am. You got to confess this and profess this and know who you are. Stop dragging your feet, ladies. Stop walking around in slides and house shoes. Get that sleeping cap off your head. Stop walking around in the mall and flea markets with pajamas on. Put some clothes on. Fix yourself up. Don't take life for granted. Just because that happened to you, it didn't stop you. It might have slowed you down, but it didn't stop you. Never give your purpose and your destiny over to no man, nor no woman. There are men out there that's been raped by men. There are women out there that's been raped by women. And then there are women out there been raped by men, and there are men out there that's been raped by women. At the end of the day, you're still alive and you made it through the pandemic. Woo. Amen. You made it. Now do something with your life. Now do something with it. You've had a cross experience. You've been violated. All of us been violated in one way or the other. We've had crooked men, bad men, good men. There have been good women out there, good men out there, good women, good bad. Talk to me. But what we're going now, we got a new day. And in a new day, it's time to do something new. Do something new with yourself that you haven't done. Take a different kind of bath. Go and get yourself a massage. Take a different kind of shower. Go and buy yourself a massage chair and sit it in the middle of your bedroom. Oh, shop. And put a mirror so you can look at yourself. Go buy yourself your own sauna and put it in your bedroom. Now you're getting ready to enjoy life. You're getting ready to abolish all of the negative stuff that's been done and setting. It was a trap to stop you from having that peace of mind that God had purposed and destined for you. That's what happened. Listen, beautiful ladies, handsome men, it's our time to arise. It's your time to arise. God is taking you to a resurrection that you've never had before. You're going into another realm with God. I hear God saying he's opening financial doors, financial avenues. Baby, come out of that. You're no longer depressed. You're a giant. Now, women got to remember, you that lady. I'm that lady.
Well, Dr. Seymour, one of the biggest scars that a lot of people hold on to is cannot let go of people.
Yes.
Man come out of a relationship, can't let go, divorce, still want to be friend with a wife, still want to be friend with a girlfriend. Oh, we just friends. And sometimes that's one of the biggest damaging that can come to you because you want to hold on. You don't move on. No, you're married. You want to hold on to all your single friends.
Yes.
You know, you just, it's just, and sometimes that's some of the biggest scar tissue that can hold you back from your destiny. Because sometimes they don't really want to see you prosper. They don't want to see you go where you're going.
So they don't want to see you happy.
They don't.
They could know that you're with the right man or the right female, and they would do all distractions. It's called a distraction from your purpose.
Yes.
And what you got to make up your mind today is no more distractions. I would not accept distractions in my mind. I would not accept distractions in my relationship.
Yes.
I would not accept distractions in who I am and where I am going. No more distractions. All distractions is being released and taken out of my life. God wants you married. God wants you happy, ladies. God wants you happy, men. God wants that marriage to work. And if you ain't got the right friend in your marriage, get rid of it. Ain't no married woman got no business with the best friend being a single lady. Ain't no married man got his best friend a single man. No, that dog don't hunt no more. They took his eyes. No. Ain't no married man's best friend. My husband tried that when we first got married. All his single friends was his best friend. That was hell to the no. Hell to the no. I am your best friend. You need to talk on the phone, call my cell phone number. You want to go to the show? Amen. I'm your riding partner. You want to ride a motorcycle? I can ride on the back with you, baby. I'm a rider. I can be a ride or die. I'm your ride or die. He wanted to go to this thing last Sunday. I said, oh, let's shoot. Got home, change clothes in 5 minutes. And they go, you don't need no partner to ride with you. I'm your partner. So you got to change this thing.
Got to change the game.
You got to change the game. Do I have any game changers out there?
Don't forget to like and share, subscribe. like and share. If you enjoyed, if Dr. Seymour has been a blessing to you today, like and share, subscribe. Let someone know that the Seymours are on. Like and share, because I mean she's just pouring. She's pouring. If you have a question, put it in the chat. Go ahead and put it in the inbox. Let us know your question that you want answered. We'll try to answer it live in real time. We have a phone number you can call in and be in the air live. So go ahead. Everything is on. It's running on the screen. Like and share. Like and share. Subscribe.
I'm looking forward to it. I think they say I have a question. And so I want to do this before I get ready to leave this evening. But I love you all. And I come here because I want to strengthen your marriage. I want to strengthen your relationship. And then if you're not married, you're not in a relationship, but yet I want to keep you encouraged because, baby, it's sooner than it was later. It's sooner than it was later. Don't you give up on what God has for you. If God has promised it to you, you've got to decree it and declare it that it's happening. You can't give up on what God has given you. All of us have an assignment. Women, we was made for femininity, and men were made for masculinity. Just give it time. Everything is going to fall in line. Give it time. Ain't talking about slipping around, having sex, and trying to be with somebody else's husband, trying to be with somebody. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about give yourself time. What's happening is, and then bring me the question. I'm going to say this. What's happening is Boaz is still sleeping because God is grooming who? I mean, not Boaz. Adam. Adam is still sleeping because who? What was Adam's wife's name? I just want everybody to follow me because he had to get Eve ready. My God. Eve, if you're not ready, Adam can't wake up. Adam can't wake up until you get yourself prepared. Are you prepared for your Adam? So I use Adam and Eve, but I want to use it in modern day language, your Solomon. So Solomon is waiting on you, but you have not prepared yourself for your Solomon. The millions, the mansion, the Bentleys, the Rolls Royces, your own jet. See, your own yacht. That man that's probably watching you is seeing right now how you driving your car. So when he buy you a car, how would you be able to drive it? Are you ready? There are some Solomons out there that's still looking. Mm-hmm. So you just got to get yourself ready. Adam is still asleep. And if you wake him up before time, he won't be what you need because he won't be fully developed. Adam has to be fully developed. If you have a baby at 6 months, most 6 months babies don't live. But a 7-month baby can live. So what are you saying? He got to be groomed. He's not ready for you, but are you ready for him? He's sleeping, and God is going to wake him up in the present time and say, I got your lady now. You go walk in the grocery store, and he's right there. You at the gas, getting ready to pump your gas, and he's there saying, I got your gas, lady. Watch how it happen. I should have asked you if you had some money to pump my gas that day. That's what I should have done. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. I said, I'm going to racetrack to buy my gas.
I would have been married early.
Amen. God has some great Solomons out there. You don't want a Boaz. He didn't live long and he produced a child. You want more in your life. You want more in your life than just a Boaz. You need a man of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He will meet you right where you are, and he'll be able to love you and appreciate the you that God has qualified you to become. So don't worry about it if it haven't happened. It's going to happen. Just a matter of time. Question.
Stay busy in the kingdom. That's one of the key factors. Stay busy in the kingdom. And
I'm gonna answer 2 questions, and that's gonna be it.
Will arrive.
Will he arrive, baby?
Oh, yes, he will.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
Well, you guys are on fire as always tonight. Thank you so much for all the wisdom. What are the callers would like to know? How do I go about knowing whether or not I am the covering for my man's foreskin?
Well, there won't be any friction. See, when you're the covering, it fits perfect. And everything about his life changes because it completes him. If you are his foreskin, it's going to complete him. And the moment that he goes into you, he knows that is his completion. So he's not wondering now, do I want to marry her? If she's marriage material, She's not wondering, do I want to marry him? Is he husband material? Because the skin knows when it's connected. And when it's connected, it don't want to come out. Now listen.
Talk to us.
It's called It's going to fit perfect. And he's not going to look nowhere else for his skin. Oh, Evans. See, y'all ain't hear him. He ain't gonna want to cheat. He ain't gonna slip out the bedroom. He's not going to try to find the strippers. He's not going to get the lady next door. He's not interested in your girlfriends because he has found his skin.
Amazing.
It connected.
Yes.
Question. Yes, we have a caller that wanted to ask a question about something that we talked about in the past regarding being handicapped in the bedroom. They want you to elaborate a little
What
bit.
do we mean about being handicapped?
Yeah, that's her question. She's asking like
Because when I hear handicap, I hear limits or restrictions. So that's why I said, what did they mean? Because there are no handicaps in the bedroom. There's no limits. As a matter of fact, God, that's the only time that God closes his eyes because he's not into that. He's not into what the husband and the wife does. Now in religion and tradition, and when the pastor's running the church, they can tell you sexual experiences that's not working for this 21st century day. I like to tell husbands and wives to experiment. Do something, woman, do something you've never done, and ask him to do something he has never done. Have conversation, but there is no handicaps in the bedroom. There are no handicaps. Wait a minute, what this saying? The foreskin.
It's undefiled.
No, that's not what they're saying.
I said marriage is honorable.
Oh, the foreskin, doc. Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh my God. That's my partner. That's my partner. Man, I'm telling you. And you know what? It fits perfect. When it fits perfect, you know that's it. She ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He gonna like the way she cook his cabbages.
And cornbread.
And cornbread. Nothing changes that. When she's the one, she's the one. She will go out and make it happen, even if he can't make it happen.
That's right.
Somebody asked me the other week about marrying a man that's broke. See, some things are divine. And at that moment when it's divine and God has connected you together, money comes anyway.
That's right.
Money comes, money works itself out. You bring that perfect love, you will see a lot of things start happening in your home, in your marriage. Your home changes. You're living in one home, God give you another home. You're driving one car, give you another car. Soon you own 4 and 5 cars and a truck and a bus. That's when you complete.
Especially if you start to get rid of those healing and those wounds, get rid of those scars, confess, get rid of the stuff, get rid of all the weight, get rid of all of that. Then everything can start coming together.
You said it. That's when the Bible says, lay aside every sin and watch this. This is what we forget. And wait.
My God.
The weight is the scars that she carried. And the scars, the weight is the wounds of the wounded wound. His weight is the scars that's left on his penis because he's taking his penis. When he takes his penis into the wounds, it causes something to happen. I like her, but I don't know why I want to marry her. That's what happened. I like her, but I just can't figure it out. I like him, but I don't know if when you have to ask me if that's your husband or should you marry him, somebody's carrying a wound.
Yes.
Somebody's carrying scars.
My God.
Because you shouldn't have to ask me if he's the one, especially if you all have laid together one time. And if you've been together 3 times, he knows if you're a wifey material, and she knows if you're a husband. It don't take it 3 times. Because the first time is going to tell him, I've connected to my skin.
My God.
And then she becomes his covering. You got to understand, when he goes into the sacred place, he goes into the most holy place. So she's covering him. Oh, God. Okay. Trying to stay safe. Any more questions?
Those are all the questions for this evening.
Thank God. Thank God. I've enjoyed myself. And I tried to do it in less than 30 minutes because, we've been out here 5 hours on this thing, doing this all evening. But I enjoy you all. Good evening, Alex. Good evening, girl. Good evening. But I love my audience. I love those. If it ain't but 5 or 6 of you, I enjoy you. Renee, hello, girl. Good evening. Good evening. I love you all. I love you all. I love the support. We're getting partnerships coming in.
Yes,
We're
yes.
receiving love offering seeds. You all are the greatest audience any people, any leaders could ask for.
Yes.
You all are a wonderful, fantastic audience, and I thank God for you. And I release that resurrection blessing upon you. I release that resurrection harvest upon you in your marriage, in your finances, on your job, even with your credit and your relationships. I release that because I thank God for you taking time to come and listen to Dr. Seymour and the gentleman, my lover, my friend, and Sarah said, and my Lord. So I think I'm doing that to Sarah. So listen, we love you all. And later on, go ahead and like some more and share some more if we said anything that inspired you or motivated you. We're asking for a 30 to 60 minute clip, 30, 60-second clip. And we want to just air your testimonies on the air. If you don't mind, 30 to, put the site out there where they can send it to. 30 to 60-second clip. We want to start airing this next Monday. And then from that week on, we're going to be airing some of the clips of testimonies and of our followers and those of you that's following us. Listen, next Saturday, I'll be in Gainesville, Georgia, doing a marriage.
It's a date night.
Date night.
Yes.
Love is in the air. I'll be in Gainesville, Georgia with Pastor
Margaret
Denson, and I am excited about that. And next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'll be in Gonzales, Louisiana, with the senior pastor, the founder of World Link of Churches and Ministries, none other than Dr. Apostle Lloyd Benson Sr. We will be there next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I look forward to hearing you all, seeing you all, loving on you all, and you all loving on me. Until next week, Elvis and I want to say,
welcome to Real Talk for real people with a real situation. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We love you, and we love you some more.
go find you some wine.